Hello and welcome. I'm Giovanni Hall Art, and today I'm just gonna be working on my drawing. I haven't touched it in a week or so. Been busy, but we're back here again today, doing the evil container trend. Yeah, I think we're doing a character from Legend ZA. I think her name is May something, Labilia or something like that. Sorry if I butchered her name. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's go draw. Have fun. Alright, let's get into it. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Blue Sky, Tumblr, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and Patreon for more exclusive stuff. Links are in the bio. Alright. Also, I'll be watching a YouTube channel as I'm working. Well, AI is killing YouTube. Alright, let's hear what he has to say.
And just want to push content because they know that pushing out content is more favored than making good videos. And that is sickening to me. Also, AI is rampant when it comes to advertising. Hell, I've even had my own likeness stolen to promote some garbage mobile game. That's very violating.
Today, I'd like to introduce you to an epic, dark fantasy mobile game, Athena Blood Twin.
And of course, that leads us to Roomygate, and how kids' content is where it's getting hit the hardest. Stupid cat videos, dumb baby videos, character transformation videos, Roblox videos. It's all been impacted by AI. And now we have the return of Elsagate. Poor Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunters can be seen all over YouTube being pregnant or a mermaid. And she typically has a little kid version of herself. And there's also lots of borderline abusive stuff. And even worse, fetish content.
I was a ghost, I was alone.
Gemini and Gmail can help you summarize long threads and suggest brilliant replies faster than it took.
We're just talking about AI
Honestly,
being crazy.
are we almost done here?
And now it's the AI
My
commercial.
bum's gone numb. Sorry. Carry on. Cheerio.
Now, it was that fetish content that really became the bad press that made YouTube jump into action back in the day and do something about Elsagate. And you know what? They initially did a pretty good job cleaning up, but the trend never officially died off. Like a dormant cancer, it waited. And with the arrival of generative AI, it has once again exploded in popularity. This is mainly because Elsagate channels were essentially content farms, and generative AI excels at creating content. It is infuriating that YouTube is not doing a damn thing about this. They stepped in with Elsagate, but we haven't heard a peep from them in regards to this new wave of garbage that is far worse and much more threatening. At least with Elsagate, there was still a threshold that needed to be met with low-effort animation from actual humans. Yes, it was terrible, but it still took more effort to create that. But with AI, that is no longer the case. Now anyone can just generate a video on Sora and upload it to YouTube in order to make a quick buck. I see videos all over the platform with people being like, I made this much money by using AI. I grew this channel and got big numbers by using AI. It's a horrible trend of launching faceless YouTube channels that only care about making passive income by utilizing Sora and other AI programs. Again, YouTube Shorts are unbelievably screwed on this front. That format of content is tailor-made for AI. There are so many AI channels that max out their daily uploads and just dump AI-generated shorts with the hope that one of them will go viral and make them thousands of dollars. And there's no way actual creators can compete against this output. It's not humanly possible. And these AI bros know it. And in case it needs to be said, they don't care about art or quality. They don't care about making something of substance. They don't care about their craft. They only care about big numbers.
The thing with AI is that you constantly pump things out. Actual creators have to take time, and ones that actually care about their craft or perfecting their stuff and taking their time to give you the best content they can. But a lot of these AI shorts I see, some of them was like, the baby being saved by a cat. The cat literally has 6 arms or 6 limbs. It's walking on all fours while carrying the baby. And it's following an airplane or a pug or something. Now, like, as we see, it's from Rummy from human K-pop hunter. A normal human, a regular human, even the best artists I know, they can't keep up with that. And I think we're gonna get to a point where YouTube is all just being pumped and flooded with constant AI stuff was not any good, especially bad AI slop, what they call it. It's gonna, I think it's gonna kill. It's gonna kill the platform. And is YouTube gonna stop paying them? What does that mean for other creators? It's so bad. Like the one thing, not the one thing, but the thing that creators had back then was you can, if you took your time and dedicate yourself towards your craft, you can make a sustainable income for yourself. Now I think that's gonna be taken away unless you're gonna be soulless and just pump out AI stuff was not any good. But like you said, there's people pumping out like their daily max uploads of AI. And I think for them it's not even quality, it's just how much videos can I put out? And hopefully one of them will become a viral hit. And if you're constantly pumping stuff out, eventually those numbers are gonna accumulate and your channel's gonna grow. No, it is. I'm not sure if I should be mad at the people who are putting the AI stuff out there or the people consuming it. I don't know, it's weird. Like I'm sitting here drawing and then the sun right now, the time is to draw this or work on this for like 10 minutes. There's someone out there pumping out probably 100 of these drawings in a second. Kind of sad, but it's the world we live in. Anyways, let's keep the video going.
Popularity and money, and they will steal and run other channels out of business in pursuit of their goals. Long-form content is still a bastion that is primarily creator-driven. At the moment, you just can't generate a thoughtful video essay with the press of a button, but I'm genuinely concerned that might be on the chopping block next. Earlier this year, we saw a South Park YouTuber by the name of Sarek Artman, and how he got outed for using AI to create his videos. His video output was suspiciously high to the point where it was kind of impossible, unless you had a really big team behind you. And lo and behold, Sarek was using AI to generate these videos. Yo, shout out to Blooms for investigating and breaking the story. Now, I bring this up because if Sarek can do this, then I imagine many others can do the same at this very point. And with advancing AI technology, it's only going to get much, much worse. I dread the day where I will see a video featuring my character reviewing a movie I've never seen, speaking words that I've never spoken. It's horrifying, downright dystopian. I've already heard my voice being stolen before. And I genuinely think it's only a matter of time until I see my likeness completely ripped off as a video essay or review. And it's not just YouTube that's suffering. Spotify has seen a massive rise in AI-generated music, but the company seems indifferent to it. Coke has used AI once again to generate their Christmas commercial, and even faked a behind-the-scenes video in order to convince people that there was a legit production. Disney just announced that they're going to allow their users to use AI to make short-form videos. And will any of the artists or animators who created the original properties see a penny in royalties from these AI-generated creations? Nope, not a cent. It is rampant theft and plagiarism. And it honestly should be sued into oblivion. And it gets even worse. There have been reports of generative AI being used to talk to dead relatives.
Oh, Charlie! Oh, congratulations!
Did you see the one?
Been kicking a lot though.
I'm gonna interrupt. I saw one where, in the court case, the family used the AI generated video of their dead son to give an impact testimony or statement. I'm not gonna tell a family how to grieve if the family is doing it, but it is kind of odd that you took your dead son image and likeness and made a video, AI generated video of him saying things. Like, I know it's his family. That is kind of odd. I don't understand what they're trying to do is a good thing, I think it was a drunk drive or something, the impact what they're causing, but it's still kind of weird.
A little too much.
Tell her to put her hand on her tummy and hum to him. You loved that.
That's crazy.
You would have loved this moment.
You can call anytime.
That is nightmarish. Like something from Black Mirror. What an absolute abomination towards humanity. And just this morning, I read something about a church using an AI-generated Jesus for churchgoers to talk to and confess to. That is disgusting. How is that not sacrilegious?
To get started in data analytics, you don't need previous experience or a degree. The Google Data Analytics Certificate will teach you to code in R, to code in SQL, data visualization, and learning how to problem solve like an analyst would. At the end of the day, being a data analyst.
Also, misinformation has grown so much worse. While researching my King of the Hill video, I would type into Google to verify resources, but Google's AI was making stuff up. I was trying to find an episode only to see a fake synopsis instead. How is that allowed? How can that be presented so objectively? It is eroding reality and verified resources. And of course, plagiarism is off the charts. I have a friend who is a teacher, and he told me how often he has to deal with students who just phone in their assignments with ChatGPT. Folks, if you don't use your mind and actually exercise it by working on your projects, then you will become stupid and super dependent on AI to wipe your ass. But the most diabolical development is generative AI being used for non-consensual intimate imagery and CSAM. There have already been multiple police busts in the effort of bringing these monsters to justice. But considering how widespread generative AI is, I don't even want to think about how truly devastating this problem actually is. That it's probably far worse than we can possibly imagine. And the icing on the shit cake? Data centers. Data centers, the stuff that generates this AI garbage, take quite the toll on the environment. Millions of liters of water are needed to run these facilities. And let's just say that the Earth is not in the best place right now when it comes to being reckless with our fresh water supply. Again, it is interesting. When NFTs first arrived, a lot of the language used by these grifters sounded a whole lot like the same people pushing generative AI. It's almost like it's the exact same people, and they've just been pushing a new scheme. That they want to be the titans of this perceived gold rush, and are willing to trample anyone in the process to become popular and get paid. These kinds of people talk a big game about artists fearing progress, but what about ethics? How about respecting the human condition? How about preserving society so it doesn't collapse due to theft, misinformation, and propaganda? It's nothing sacred. And many of these AI bros don't understand how difficult it is to create good art. It requires education, experience, persistence. It is a process that is earned and not just handed to you. It is deeply insulting to artists everywhere to have their work stolen, undermined, misunderstood, and then weaponized against them in an effort to replace them. The irony will be palpable if AI reaches a point of replacing the AI bros who champion it. Wouldn't that be rich? Though at that point, humanity might just be on the way out via Skynet or the Matrix.
Hand over your flesh, and a new world awaits you. We demand it.
But despite all the doom and gloom, there is hope. As I live and breathe, my boomer father brought up a video clip that he saw and said he didn't believe it. He said, I don't know, I think it was that stupid AI stuff. And that surprised me. Is there an actual chance that AI might make people grow a higher degree of discernment? Maybe. But it also might flip reality on its head. And all of information can no longer be trusted. And that's a bad thing. It's like we'll need a mark of approval that says this was made by human hands, not AI. Which, hey, we're already kind of seeing at the end of some movie credits. Next, and I've said this before, but generative AI is a race to the bottom. Hell, a lot of these AI images have that yellow tint because they cannibalize their own AI-generated pictures. A lot of the people using generative AI don't understand what makes something feel or look good. It's just skinwalker behavior, trying to imitate actual art made by talented people. That these creations still fall into the uncanny valley. Maybe this race to the bottom might actually create a counterculture where people are sick of AI slop. That's why I have a lot of faith in the indie animation movement right now. That it's honestly a very encouraging step in the right direction, and is a positive point when it comes to YouTube as a platform. Also, we have some incredible creators out there fighting the good fight. Despite the rise of AI garbage, Bluey is still king of kids' entertainment. And K-pop Demon Hunters made a huge splash on the scene too. The Gen Alpha kids in my family loved K-pop Demon Hunters, to the point where they put down their phones and...
I still haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters. I have to watch it. I do plan to watch it soon. But the thing what's crazy to me is K-pop Demon Hunter was created by humans. Hear me out, right? And people are using AI generated content of the thing was created by humans. K-pop Demon Hunters, which are characters people love. The reason why they're using them because they know people love those characters and they're beloved right now. So, if you want AI to be successful, you have to use characters that are created by real people that people love. But if you're using AI recklessly and just pumping out slop and taking away jobs from actual creators and animators and discouraging the younger generations that maybe animation or art is not a good field to be in, you're not going to have those characters what people love. So it's kind of like shooting yourself in the own foot. That's the thing they don't understand. The reason why people love these characters and why they're so popular and the reason why they're using them, because these characters were made by real people. They have such personality and all this stuff. So it's so dumb. Anyways, I'm just curious to see how the future is.
And watch the movie. That is a testament right there. It just goes to show that talented artists can still overcome these odds because they actually have a story to tell and understand how to convey their message to the audience in a meaningful way. As far as legality goes, I don't see the current American administration lifting a finger to change anything. Maybe some senators or something, but even then, I'm very doubtful politicians would do anything unless their own wallets are on the line. That being said, Morgan Freeman is taking legal action against generative AI using his voice. Hey, good. Maybe the first of many lawsuits. I think that's honestly one of the most likely ways we'll see meaningful change. A landmark class action lawsuit from celebrities who want to protect their creations and likeness from being used by AI. Big pockets versus big pockets. And apparently, Germany is dropping the hammer on AI, so hopefully that'll create some legal precedent. Now, there is the question of an AI bubble, to which I say, maybe. Lord knows these multi-billion-dollar companies are throwing money into the AI market. But unlike NFTs, there's an actual function behind AI versus a speculative monkey picture. And to be fair, AI is way too big of a blanket statement, as it takes many forms. Personally, I hate generative AI, the kind that seeks to replace artists and steals from them. But the AI being used in the medical field is a different story, according to sources. AI is being used to parse data from examinations in order to zero in on a specific reason why a person is sick. That is fine with me. Hell, even in the animation industry, AI can be...
That's the thing I want people to understand. I'm not against AI for practical use like medicine, or helping us discover new elements, or helping us to analyze data and all that stuff. Like, for example, take a bunch of pictures of the night sky, be able to find a pattern. That is amazing. Or, you know, eventually being an actual assistant. Or like say, hey, AI, wake me up at this time, or help me plan a trip to summer. I'm all for that AI stuff. That's the AI stuff I want to see. But AI being used just to make cheap AI slop so someone can make a quick buck and just pumping out garbage and stealing people's copyright stuff. I'm not for that. But yeah, we'll see how the future goes. Everyone's free to do what they want to do because, I guess it's legal, but I think there will be more ramification. I think with everything, the first people who adopt it early, yeah, they might be making a lot of money. But I think it's not going to be sustainable. And eventually, it's just going to fall off. I think YouTube, I just have a feeling platforms are going to realize, hey, a lot of stuff is being AI generated and it's not really humans creating it. Why are we paying them or paying them that much? So I think it's just going to hurt things in the end. But anyways, we'll see. I think it's just going to hurt. It's going to hurt people who are. It's just going to hurt everyone in the end. Especially if you're trying to be a creator. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Utilized to assist artists. That was the case in Spider-Verse with helping to speed up the animation process. But it was not generative AI. That is a big difference.
And the effects team would recreate those in 3D space with those rules of head angle to camera, and then let the machine learning program try and guess where those drawings would go. And the person would correct it every time it was wrong, making it.
I remember using Toon Boom and stuff. I never personally did it. Actually, I think we learned how to do it once in Toon Boom. Toon Boom's an animation program. Let's say you have a puppet, call it a puppet, wherever. You animate in Toon Boom. I'm not sure it's actually AI, but it filled in between. But there's a thing you can do a script in Photoshop or something. Toon Boom where let's say you have to color a bunch of scenes. And you color certain things, it'll learn it and it'll color it for you. I think that is fine use of AI and all stuff that knows that, let's say you're gonna color your animation because it's thousands of drawings. Instead of going in each frame selecting one by one, it can do that for you. I think that's totally fine. It's still the human being has an input of doing that. Just that the AI or whatever script program is doing it faster for you instead of you going one by frame. That's different. But having the AI just make everything from scratch, just typing something in from zero, say, hey, make an animation of a cat flying. I think that's kind of lazy. Hey, what's up? Welcome back.
Therefore, another rule. And little by little, we're teaching the computer to make drawings that we find redundant.
Overall, I am extremely concerned for the future of YouTube and the internet as a whole. But it's not a lost cause. I don't see AI going anywhere. But it does need to be regulated at the very least. If not,
yeah, AI is not going nowhere.
It will be pure anarchy, and the creator ecosystem will be worse off for it. That being said, there has been quite the pushback.
That's the sad thing. I keep telling people this. I know I keep interrupting. Yeah, there's people probably making some money off AI right now. I'm telling you right now, by doing this and just putting in all this garbage and stuff, especially low quality stuff, which is there for views and just to get views and money. I think we get to a point where there's very few little avenues where people can have full control of their lives. I think people who are just taking advantage of AI now, whatever, we're just putting ourselves in a position where eventually only jobs that can be left will be manual labor jobs. They haven't made robotics or haven't been able to utilize AI to do it cheaper and more efficiently. So you're taking away all the office jobs. Taking away not just or any job that you sit at a computer or office, you're taking that away. You're making less jobs. I think that's a good thing. Anyways.
Generative AI, and many people have expressed their desire to support actual creators who put effort into their work. My advice? Keep being the best you can possibly be in the entirety of existence. There will only ever be one you. So use that to your advantage. Yes, generative AI will try to steal what rightfully belongs to us. But AI does not understand what goes into the creation process. It can imitate and replicate, but it cannot truly create. That honor belongs to the human race. So keep supporting real creators. avoid using and supporting generative AI. And if we do get the chance to vote against generative AI, then speak up and take action. The next few years will be tough, but we've seen some pushback take root, and hopefully that will create some meaningful change. If not, then we'll have to go the path of Dune and get rid of the thinking machines, unless we want them to get rid of us.
Yeah. Pretty interesting time. My pen froze. Did he change his character? Or is this a different channel? Usually he's just like a guy. Now it's like a cat. I'm already subscribed to him, but I guess he did change his avatar. I'm just realizing that now. But I recognize it was, but I was like, that's not him. It is him. Oh, he changed his avatar. Okay. Now it's a cat. It's okay. It's cool. But yeah. Interesting times. I got so distracted. I should be drying. Next stream. But my pen is just froze. Okay, we'll keep going.
Are you ready to discover the secret to affordable premium smokes? Tired of spending an arm and a leg for government tax cigarettes? At Smoke Cargo, we've got your back.
I'm a big fan of your life. Thank you so much.
Brands for as low as $5 a pack and $45 for a cart. And the best part? Pay no tax. But don't just take our word for it. With over 50,000 raving reviews from satisfied Canadians all across the country, your satisfaction is our top priority. Say goodbye to freezing walks to the store. We offer hassle-free 2 to 3 day shipping to any province with discreet packaging for your peace of mind. We accept a wide range of...
Sorry, I have a little technical difficulties here. My tablet just disconnected. It says I'm getting to a good part of drawing the face. What's going on here? Hold on, give me a second here. Got to reset this real quick. I really wanted to finish the face. I want to restart the screen. Let's try that. See that one. Come on, let's go. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're gonna save it. We're gonna try that one more time. Here, real quick. What's going on here? Yeah, we're gonna try to connect that again. All right, let's see if that works. Save. Let's see if the pen is responsive now. Okay, there we go. We're back. All right, here we go. Ooh, thanks for the likes. Appreciate that.
Is gasoline flammable? You'll find out after this.
4, 3, 2.
Hey, we made something blow up. We made something blow up.
Alright. Yo, I did a Hollow Knight
Adam
drawing.
has improved his light
Nice.
The
I'm
heavy
kinda
duty
curious to
version
see
will
it. Did you
provide
post
a
it?
potent spark. And finally,
Did you post your
they are
artwork?
getting an ideal blend of fuel and air.
I'd love to see it.
Well, I lost a lot of hair on my arm. How about that? It definitely works. Okay, now I'm afraid.
Adding more gasoline won't guarantee a bigger blast.
You watch yourself there, hombre.
The critical mix needs more air.
That's probably it. That's probably all that it takes. You think there's anything left of a fume in there?
Go, go, go.
Okay, here I go.
Let's talk more sparks.
Stop your grinning and grab your linen. Here we go. Oh! The Heinemann was right.
We now know exactly what kind of concentration of fuel that we have to have for ignition. We know that we can create a spark from static electricity off of fabric, and we know that it is something that we have to be very careful with.
I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. Am I missing an eyebrow? I am missing an eyebrow, aren't I?
You lost a lot of hair up there.
You're kidding me.
No. You're
There's
all
a date
right.
tonight.
It won't look weird after a day or two. I think it took him about 5 seconds to worry about whether he's going to look funny for his date.
I have a date tomorrow.
Is it survival more important or sex?
All in the name of science. Okay, that was probably one of the stupidest things I've ever done.
No problem now with the static spark. The mix is right and ignition comes easily. But what about the cell phone? Will it prove to be the cause of gas station fires?
Nada. Niente. Second call. No explosion.
So Bob, have you heard of this myth regarding exploding a gas station by using a cell phone?
Not only did I hear of it, I'm quoted in the myth that says, Mr. Rinkus says, don't use cell phones. They can cause fire at the pump. That email's gone around, and people take that literally because they are believing everything they see in emails, unfortunately.
After researching hundreds of gas station fires, Bob Rinkus of the Petroleum Equipment Institute says cell phones are in the clear.
Pure and simple, we don't have any accidents involving a cell phone at a service station. It just doesn't happen.
But a dramatic fire department demonstration clearly shows what can happen when static is involved. People who re-enter the car during refueling face the biggest risk.
They're typically younger people, because older people will go like this to get out of their car. And when they do that, they discharge. So they just simply pop out of the car, not touch anything, not shut the door, not ground themselves, not touch this. They'll take 1, 2 steps. They're wearing neoprene shoes, so they're not discharging, they're not dissipating on the concrete. They touch a piece of metal here. The vapors are coming out of the tank.
Yeah.
The air is coming in from outside, so that's 2 parts of the fire triangle, and the third part is a source of ignition, which is the spark. The problem comes is when they overreact, they go, oh my goodness, and they leave a stream of gasoline. They already have a fire, it gets underneath the car, or they could get it on themselves.
I like that drawing. Thank you very much.
With the cell phone myth well and truly busted,
I
they
want to do
still
more
want
of
to make
this
their own
drawing,
big
but
static bag.
got
So they're
distracted
back
right
at
at
Fred
time.
Stokes Gasoline Museum with the fire
I'm hoping
department
I
there
can
to
finish
monitor
more of
safety.
it.
You're gonna pump the whole thing in there.
It's make or break time. So today the guys are
That's
using
like
a
a
much
really
higher
long
concentration of gas in a much
ponytail.
finer spray.
Okay, that's it.
All right, here we go. Watching for spark.
It was good.
Despite a heavy saturation of gasoline vapors, still no blast.
This is a pain in the butt. You know, we got the darn thing so it's foggy with gas fumes in there, and no boom. What are you going to do?
Leyden jar, I am finished with you.
Desperate to get their big bang, the boys decide to use extra juice.
Good spark.
That good?
Yeah.
We're using a spark
the
that's
point
actually
all
a
the way to
smaller
the-
spark in terms of the kilovolts, but it's
think the
longer. We're
point
using
goes
neon
all the way to the
transformer to
ground.
generate it, but it lasts as long as we want. So I feel totally confident we're going to get the concussive boom that we want right now.
Okay, Adam, let's get ready.
Come on, okay, here we go. Stand by.
Feel
I
like
need
something's
more
going to happen.
reference of her
In 3,
character.
2, 1.
It is a long, long ponytail. Okay. It is long.
Wow, I forgot to watch. That was really cool.
This will
Right
be her
on.
final
Whew.
ponytail design.
Hey, we got it.
Just
Yeah,
That was a lot
placeholder.
of force.
Yes, it
That
was.
burst apart this 24-foot seam of metal tape.
Well, it's about time, huh?
It's about time. Absolutely right.
Don't be fooled. Gasoline vapors and a strong spark under the right conditions spell danger at the fuel pump.
Bob, what is your recommendation if there is a spark, if there is ignition? What should you do?
If you discharge here and you get a spark,
Right,
don't
thanks
be
for
a
the
hero.
follow. Appreciate
Don't
that.
take your nozzle out. Your gas tank will contain the gasoline. We don't want any gasoline spilling on the forecourt or on the pavement.
Yeah,
Stand
you don't
away
want that.
and notify the station immediately.
She has like a. Oop.
Adam, what do you reckon? Myth busted?
Absolutely. This myth is definitely busted. No cell phone will ever cause a gas station to ignite. Just not going to happen.
I agree.
Most of the macabre stories belong to the dark days of medicine, when pronouncing someone dead was a hit or miss kind of science.
So you have the story in the 17th century, Marjorie Elphinstone of Scotland gets actually buried. A few hours later, at nighttime, robbers come, they dig her up, and they are going to take the jewelry off her when she groans. And they all go running off into the night in terror, and she sits up, walks home, and outlives her husband.
Modern medicine avoids uncertainties of the old days by using 5 different factors to pronounce someone officially dead.
Well, the first thing that we would do is to induce some significant stimuli to see if there's any neurological response. And the way many of us do that is we take something scientific like a car key and we push very hard on the thumb to induce pain. Then we check for a pupillary response, usually using a pen light, and see if the pupils react.
I remember it was for somebody, they were unconscious, something. And I remember seeing the paramedic or an EMT, I think he called them, and they took like a pen or something, and they pushed it under the nail to see if they can get a reaction from the person. And I just remember saying like, that's crazy. And I realized, oh, there's certain things, not that they thought the person was fake or anything, they just want to see if the person was unconscious or was still there. Obviously the person was still alive, but I just want to see like, this person knocked out or unconscious, and they pressed the pen underneath their fingernail because to get a response, and the person did not respond to that, so that's a really bad sign that the person's either really unconscious or something is really bad is happening. So, yeah. Crazy.
Then we would take our stethoscope and we would listen for a heartbeat, and usually while listening we also check for a pulse. And we use the carotid artery, and then finally we would listen over both sides of the chest for any respirations. So if a patient is not breathing and there's no pulse and there's evidence that the brain is not functioning, then that's the determination of death.
Are you okay for another 7 minutes there, Heineman?
Feel perfectly fine. It's hot. That's the only thing that I don't like.
Back at the workshop, Jamie's test run in the sealed casket has lasted nearly 50 minutes. His blood level of carbon dioxide peaked at 3%. 4% is getting dangerous. 10% is lethal.
Waking up in a coffin, you know, surprise, I think it would be a pretty scary experience. This stuff is like what gets you. You know, it's all, being in a box is one thing, but you got all the stuff that's supposed to make it real nice and pleasant, and it's actually really kind of creepy, I think.
Yeah.
Many of these stories are relatively recent. You have a man in South Africa in 1993 who is pronounced dead after a car accident. He spends 2 days in some kind of metal casket above ground, at which point he wakes up, and unfortunately he's not very happy apparently because his fiancée won't take him back, believing that he's a zombie come back to get her.
So the next step is to load this up on our forklift, lower it down into our makeshift above ground grave, fill it with earth, and monitor Jamie until he begs for mercy.
That's so funny to say it that way.
The Mythbusters are about to defy nature in an attempt to bury Jamie alive.
How you doing?
Alrighty. This one is, oh, we reached 1.8K. Pretty much almost 2K. Thank you. Unfortunately, we have to end the stream right here. When I come back, we should get further along ahead, and we'll go from there. Yeah, thanks for watching Under Vine Hall Art. And you can follow me on Instagram, Blue Sky, Tumblr, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and Patreon for more. See you guys on the next stream. You guys have a good one. Bye.